Equipment specifications may require approval for use in Panama City, Florida, primarily because of specific local codes and regulations. Panama City has adopted the Florida Building Code, which includes requirements for electrical, plumbing, and other building systems. The city may also have additional local ordinances that regulate the installation and use of specific equipment, such as electrical transformers or water heaters. Panama City is located in a hurricane-prone area, which necessitates strict building standards and equipment approvals. Equipment used in the city must meet certain wind resistance and flood protection requirements to ensure safety during storms. Local insurance companies may require buildings and equipment to meet specific standards for coverage purposes. Approved equipment meets these standards, reducing liability and insurance costs for the owner. By specifying that equipment must be approved for use in Panama City, Florida, the specification ensures a certain level of quality and safety. Approved equipment has undergone testing and inspection by local authorities, ensuring it meets the required standards. Approved equipment is typically compatible with the existing electrical, plumbing, and infrastructure systems in Panama City. Using non-approved equipment could lead to compatibility issues, safety hazards, or building code violations. By requiring equipment approval for use in Panama City, Florida, job specifications help ensure that buildings and infrastructure meet local codes, safety standards, and insurance requirements. This contributes to the overall quality, safety, and durability of construction projects in the city. To elaborate on local codes and ordinances, it's important to understand that municipalities like Panama City often adopt and adapt broader state or national codes to suit their specific needs. This adaptation can be driven by factors such as environmental conditions, historical development patterns, and unique infrastructure considerations. For instance, Panama City's proximity to the coast and its history of hurricane impacts may lead to stricter enforcement or enhancement of certain provisions within the Florida Building Code related to wind load resistance, flood mitigation, and coastal construction practices. These local ordinances might dictate specific requirements for the types of materials used, the methods of installation, or the performance characteristics of equipment installed within the city limits. Such requirements could extend to various systems, including electrical, plumbing, mechanical, and structural components of buildings. The rationale behind these local codes is to ensure public safety, protect property, and maintain the overall resilience of the community in the face of potential hazards. These codes are usually developed and enforced by local government agencies such as building departments, planning commissions, and code enforcement offices. Compliance with these codes is typically mandatory for all construction and renovation projects within the city, and failure to comply can result in fines, delays, or even legal action. Therefore, equipment specifications often include a requirement for approval to ensure that the selected equipment meets all applicable local codes and ordinances in Panama City, Florida. Moving on to hurricane resistance and building standards, Panama City's location along the Florida Panhandle makes it particularly vulnerable to the impacts of hurricanes and tropical storms. These weather events can bring strong winds, heavy rainfall, and storm surges that can cause significant damage to buildings and infrastructure. To mitigate these risks, the city has adopted stringent building standards designed to enhance the resilience of structures and protect the safety of occupants. These standards typically address various aspects of building design and construction, including wind resistance, flood protection, and structural integrity. For example, buildings may be required to withstand specific wind loads based on their location, height, and occupancy type. This may involve using reinforced concrete, impact-resistant windows and doors, and specialized anchoring systems to secure the roof and walls. Flood protection measures may include elevating the building above the base flood elevation, using flood-resistant materials, and installing flood barriers to prevent water from entering the structure. Equipment used in buildings, such as generators, air conditioning units, and electrical panels, may also be subject to specific requirements to ensure that they can withstand hurricane-force winds and flooding. These requirements may include securing the equipment to a concrete pad, enclosing it in a protective structure, or using waterproof or submersible components. To ensure compliance with these building standards, Panama City requires that all construction projects undergo a rigorous review and approval process. This process typically involves submitting detailed plans and specifications to the local building department for review, obtaining the necessary permits, and undergoing inspections at various stages of construction. Equipment used in the project must be approved by the building department to ensure that it meets the applicable standards for hurricane resistance and flood protection. This approval process helps to minimize the risk of damage from hurricanes and other severe weather events, protecting lives and property in Panama City. Furthermore, insurance requirements play a significant role in equipment specifications for Panama City. Insurance companies that provide coverage for properties in hurricane-prone areas like Panama City often impose specific requirements related to building standards and equipment approvals. These requirements are intended to reduce the risk of damage from hurricanes and other perils, thereby minimizing the potential for insurance claims. Insurance companies may require that buildings meet certain construction standards, such as those outlined in the Florida Building Code or other recognized standards, to be eligible for coverage. They may also require that equipment used in buildings, such as generators, air conditioning units, and electrical systems, be approved by a recognized testing laboratory or certified by a qualified professional. The purpose of these requirements is to ensure that the building and its equipment are designed and installed to withstand the anticipated hazards in the area. For example, insurance companies may require that buildings have impact-resistant windows and doors to protect against windborne debris during a hurricane. They may also require that equipment be elevated above the base flood elevation to prevent flood damage. In addition to these construction and equipment requirements, insurance companies may also offer discounts or incentives to property owners who take additional steps to reduce their risk. This could include installing hurricane shutters, reinforcing the roof, or implementing a comprehensive emergency preparedness plan. While requiring equipment approvals and enforcing building standards, insurance companies help to ensure that properties in Panama City are better protected against hurricanes and other disasters. This not only reduces the risk of damage and loss, but also helps to keep insurance premiums affordable for property owners in the area. As for quality assurance and safety, specifying that equipment must be approved for use in Panama City, Florida serves as a crucial measure for upholding a high standard of quality and safety within construction projects. This requirement ensures that all equipment utilized has undergone rigorous testing and inspection by local authorities, confirming adherence to established safety regulations and performance benchmarks. Equipment approval signifies that the products have been subjected to thorough evaluation processes, which may involve assessing factors such as structural integrity, electrical safety, fire resistance, and environmental impact. These assessments are conducted to verify that the equipment meets or exceeds the minimum safety and performance requirements stipulated by regulatory agencies. By mandating equipment approval, construction projects in Panama City benefit from a reduced risk of malfunctions, failures, or safety hazards. Approved equipment is more likely to perform reliably under the demanding conditions of the local environment, minimizing the potential for accidents, injuries, or property damage. Furthermore, the use of approved equipment enhances the overall durability and longevity of buildings and infrastructure in Panama City. Equipment that has been certified to meet stringent quality standards is less susceptible to premature wear and tear, corrosion, or degradation, resulting in low maintenance costs and extended service life. In addition to mitigating risks and enhancing durability, equipment approval also promotes compliance with relevant building codes and regulations. By specifying approved equipment, construction projects can avoid costly delays, fines, or legal repercussions associated with non-compliance. Furthermore, the use of approved equipment fosters confidence among building owners, occupants, and the general public, assuring them that safety and quality are paramount considerations in the construction process. Consequently, the requirement for equipment approval in Panama City contributes to a safer, more reliable, and more sustainable built environment for the community. Compatibility with existing infrastructure is another critical consideration in equipment specifications for Panama City. approved equipment is designed to integrate seamlessly with the existing electrical, plumbing, and infrastructure systems in the city, ensuring that new installations are compatible and do not create any operational issues. This compatibility is essential for maintaining the reliability and efficiency of the city's infrastructure network. Using non-approved equipment can lead to various compatibility problems, which can result in safety hazards, built-in code violations, or system malfunctions. For example, if a new electrical panel is not compatible with the existing electrical system, it could cause power outages, voltage fluctuations, or even electrical fires. Similarly, if a new plumbing fixture is not compatible with the existing plumbing system, it could lead to leaks, water damage, or sewage backups. To avoid these problems, Panama City requires that all equipment used in construction projects be approved by the local building department. This approval process involves reviewing the equipment specifications to ensure that it meets the city's standards for compatibility, safety, and performance. The building department may also conduct inspections to verify that the equipment is installed correctly and is functioning as intended. By requiring equipment approval, Panama City helps to ensure that its infrastructure systems operate smoothly and reliably, providing essential services to residents and businesses. This also protects the safety of the public and prevents costly damage to property. In summary, requiring equipment approval for use in Panama City, Florida ensures that buildings and infrastructure meet local codes, safety standards, and insurance requirements. This contributes to the overall quality, safety, and durability of construction projects in the city. The approval process involves reviewing equipment specifications, conducting inspections, and verifying compliance with relevant regulations. By adhering to these requirements, Panama City can maintain a safe and reliable built environment for its residents and businesses.